You see something, and it very vaguely, kind of lizard-like. I'm Sir Suthis. I'm gonna need you all to come in. Yeah, go ahead and investigate a mystery.
I think at this point, what happened here?
I don't know a whole lot about poison. I don't know why it would make someone bleed. Across the room from you is the Pharaoh. My name is Mayat. Oh, none of you did it, did you? Make sure your homes are locked up tight when it gets dark.
I am looking at all of the murals on the walls, and there seems to be myths, mixed in with real, wars.
I start walking back to my shop, and it looks like I'm walking with purpose. You can see that my legs are shaking.
I'll definitely go after Chibuddy.
And I'm aware Talk is going this way as well.
Iseret, when you get back, the apprentice boy is not there.
So I guess I'll go to his house.
And you find the apprentice boy, and he is pretty clearly dead. You do see a single drop of blood kind of seeping through the side of his abdomen. By the door, placed carefully down, is a dagger. And you look up and see that, and just beyond that, through the doorway, you see Suthis. Oh, I think you just walked into a bad situation. Okay, so Sithis walks in, and he begins to walk towards the dagger on the floor. What do you do?
Does he seem threatening? Does he seem like he's gonna hurt me, or is he just gonna go look at it, or what's the body language?
He did not look like he expected you there, is what you pick up from just looking at him.
I guess I'll just watch him. I don't know if I want to move yet. I feel suspicious.
Okay.
And I do have my weapon in my hand, so it's fine.
He says, I really did not expect it to be you, I have to say. I'm a little disappointed, but you're going to have to come with me immediately. And, really disappointed in you.
Okay, I'll say I'll go with him. I'm not going to struggle, but I'm also going to be adamant about the fact that I walked in on this and I heard somebody upstairs, so I hid and then came back. I'm just going to tell him the truth.
Okay. He picks up the dagger and puts it into his belt and says, I don't know. I heard a commotion and I came in and you were here over a dead body. By no weird chance, it's also the only victim to the body in your shop. So it's not looking great for you, I have to say.
I came to check on him, but what was the commotion? I thought it was just silent. Because I heard the person leave and then I came I'm sorry, this is really just for myself. What was the commotion?
You were hiding in the front room and you heard some type of struggle happening in the back room. And then you heard someone leave, so you went back there. And then Sithis came in.
Wow, that does look really bad.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you just gonna go with him?
Yeah, I mean, what else? I'm not gonna kill him. That's not a good idea. Sure, can I talk to the Pharaoh again?
Oh, you're going to talk to the Pharaoh. And he asks you to hold out your wrists, and he brings out some restraints, and he's going to tie you up to walk you back to the temple.
I'll go with him willingly. He doesn't have to tie me up.
He ties you up anyway. Your wrists anyway.
Well,
and leads you out.
I didn't consent to this, by the way.
What?
Did not consent to this, by the way. We're getting... What's my safe word? All right, he walks you out and out to the street, and he passes a guard on the street and says, "Oh, I caught the killer. There's a body in the house back there. Please go collect it and
I'll have it analyzed tonight. And the guard kind of nods and looks a little bit confused, but runs off to go get other of the militia in town.
Is there no such thing as a fair trial? Calling me guilty before I've been
I
tried.
witnessed this.
Are any of us around?
You followed Talk, who followed Jabati, so no.
So no, okay.
Yeah. Let's jump over to Jabati. What's going on with you?
So after the whole thing with the pharaoh, I think I am just trying to like go back to my shop, and I want to go sort of. I think I'm heading to grab my weapons.
Okay.
And like make sure my shop is all safe.
That makes sense. All right. And Talk, you're following Jabati. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What do you do when you see him enter his shop?
Okay, so how close can I get before, like, could I stand in the street and just observe him? Would that be possible from his point of view? Also, if you want to jump in, Chibati, as well, on that note.
The shop or the
I'm observing him. I was chasing after him. So I want to observe him without him seeing me. Am I able to do so?
the square is just opening up again. There are some shops opening up now.
It's early morning?
This is now. Oh man, what time of day is it?
I don't know.
I want to say late morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So it's late morning and the shops are opening now, much later than usual. But the square was closed after the murder last night.
Okay.
So there are people mingling around. So I think you could conceivably kind of hang around outside without being too noticeable.
Okay, and he's grabbing weapons?
I don't know if you would see that necessarily from outside the shop. Right? I don't know.
I'd probably just be scoping him out outside. I wouldn't move in, but I'd have every exit from his shop kind of covered where I'm standing. Or I would hope to see if he walked out of his shop, that I'd be able to see him and track him from that point.
Okay, yeah. So you're standing out in the road in this big bazaar, which is it's starting to fill up with people now. Things are a little bit tense in town. You noticed on this walk, the death of a local kind of celebrity kid is not. It's weighing pretty heavily on the people. Tensions are kind of rising, as far as you can tell. And Sekmok, you see Talk standing outside this shop, because you followed him back from the pharaoh's chambers.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just like go up to him, just like, hey, like it looks like you're new in town. I just wanted to welcome you in. I like just kind of explain like where my shop is. I'm just trying to be like a friendly salesperson, but also figure out his name and where he's from and what he's doing in the city and that stuff.
You know, being a good neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start off this conversation. How would you introduce yourself? I guess that would be more important question here.
Probably go up to you and be like, "Hi, I'm Sekmok. You look like you're new. Are you new around here?"
Oh, I am new. Yeah, I'm new. How do you notice? Did I give it away? Is it the clothes? I think it's clothes.
It's the clothes. It's a little bit the clothes.
It's the clothes?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I bought them from the shop around the corner. I thought I'd blend in, but I guess I stand out a little bit.
It's okay. Where are you from, actually?
Well, I don't really have a home per se. I guess you can call me a tourist at best.
Okay. Nowhere. You're being a tourist, just like touristing. Are you enjoying the city? Like, are you here for something? Just checking it out?
Yeah, yeah. I kind of came around. There's something in the air that drew me here. Um, and I guess I've taken a liking to this area, and I'm exploring it more. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Sekmok, correct?
Yeah, yeah. So I actually run a stall down at the end of the bazaar near the dock. If you want to walk with me, I can take you to it.
I'll oh, uh, he'll kind of. I guess he would go. Yeah. Okay. So talk will say. This is such a conundrum. Talk will say, of course, of course. Let's walk on your way, and we'll leave with you to wherever you lead him, ever so
Cool.
trustingly.
Cool. So yeah, the whole time I'm just kind of like trying to like chat you up, but also be like normal salesperson about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bring you to my stall, and I'm just like, yeah. So I'm just like a salesperson. I don't know if or a merchant. I don't know if you've heard of our company, but if you want to peruse our stall, I can show you around.
Well, what do you sell here? Yeah. What are your wares?
Largely, I sell wares from local companies upriver, but I also have some indigo from my family. So if you want to take some of my family, there's not weird way to say that. If you want to take some of my family business home with you,
take some of my family.
Gonna go, but
Family business is what I'm all about. Let me tell you. Okay.
And then I just kind of like
huh?
let you loose at the stall. There's like a stall. There's a shopkeeper working the stall, so I just kind of like let you go and just watch you and.
Okay.
Be free.
Yeah.
Be free. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna be like a kid in a candy store. I'm just gonna be looking at what you got, what I don't have. Is there anything here? Okay, how would you compare this to like the everyday store?
Everyday meaning.
Like, is this a 7-Eleven type of thing, or is this specialized?
I think this would be more like a Target.
A Target?
There's some everything, but it's like if Target was only consisted of like small goods. I guess like a small farmer's market. I don't know how to say this. It's just a lot of stuff that other people make that she just kind of takes together.
Is your logo a Target?
So like a consignment shop, sort of?
Well, it's like she's a merchant, so like she goes and like buys stuff from upriver and then like takes that downriver to Hekhat and sells it to the people there and buys stuff from that market at Hekhat and then goes back upriver and sells it to those people. She's basically a middleman.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I definitely get down on whatever you would offer me, and you offered me indigo, correct?
Yeah, that's her family specialty.
Oh, I'm gonna say I gotta have some of the family, and then so do you have it in your hand, or do you have it on like a table, or is it like in a stall?
Yeah, it's like indigo cloth, like the good stuff, you know? Yeah.
Are you gonna make
awesome.
another layer?
Yeah, it's gonna wrap my heart. I'm gonna cut it into like a little heart. But hearts in the classic sense aren't really around, so I'm gonna cut it into a literal heart, and it's just gonna be right here, like in front.
Wait, your character has an indigo heart now on their
on their clothing.
That's good for fan art because we have a lot of that.
Yeah. This has been sponsored by Blue Cross. I'm not sure. Can I say that? Will people get mad? Either way.
I don't think our podcast is going to attract a lot of attention from Blue Cross.
That's perfect. All right.
MeUndies, though. We're waiting.
MeUndies! So okay, I'm definitely later on, not now, but I'm gonna soak up some cloth and say, oh, so how much is this?
It's an appropriate amount of money for what I would be selling.
Okay, the appropriate amount of cash just shoots out of his hood in like a splatter of like random direction. It doesn't really go anywhere.
And so no one can see Talk's face clearly, right? Like you.
Yeah, it's clouded in a shroud of mystery. It's it's within the shadow of the hood, like my face.
Just been picturing, like, like cartoon mummies, how you just see kind of like glowing eyes, like through the that's like what I've been imagining this whole time.
That's kind of what I'm imagining too.
Okay, well, I didn't have eyes.
Okay.
It's just straight shadow, like complete mystery. Like the idea of my face is up to you guys at this point.
I've been imagining, in like I don't know if they do it in like Skyrim, but the older Elder Scrolls loading, there's these like weird kind of Dementor looking things.
Oh yeah.
And it's like they have the hood and then back it's just kind of like gray, and then where the hands are, it's like the sleeves, and it's just like little gray circles. That's what I've been imagining. So you've been floating the whole time.
That's the gist of it. Yeah. You can compare it to that. I'm not sure if you guys watch any anime, but well, we'll get into that. Either way, that's revealing myself a little bit. Either way,
all good.
I get this indigo, and money shoots out of my hood, and that's the gist.
As you're shopping around a stall next door, from the stall next door, an old man kind of leans over the counter and it's the same old man who kind of accosted you in the first few minutes of the show, asking if you wanted to buy anything.
Okay.
And he says, would you like to buy any candles?
Candles! My favorite. I'd like a single candle from this. I'm so sorry. I didn't...
Candles of all colors.
All colors? Do you have indigo?
No.
Oh, no. What colors do you have, old man?
All colors.
All colors?
Yes.
Except indigo.
Yes.
No sale! As I was saying. Shamak. Sekmok. There we are. I'm sorry. Highlighter's hard to read. Sekmok. I grab the indigo. I pay you the fair decent amount. I say thank you so much. This is gonna look great.
I'm sure it will. It was wonderful meeting you. Please come again.
I definitely will, and I'll kind of just walk off from there. And my immediate goal is to get back to where I was.
Quick jump over to Izaret. You are walked right back up to the same hallway you were in before, and Sithis says, wait here, killer. And they kind of steps behind the door.
No fair trial here. What kind of anarchy have we... What... Lawyers exist, don't they?
Not today.
Can I get a lawyer?
And he returns and says, the Pharaoh is not here right now, but considering that you are a criminal, I'm going to have to restrain you until she returns. Please come with me.
Okay, can I roll for something? Can I try to do something?
Just something. Just 2d6 and see what happens.
Okay.
Kick some
can
ass.
I manipulate someone, I guess?
You gotta tell me how.
Okay, I would like to manipulate this dude. What's his name again?
Sithis.
Sithis. Okay, I would like to manipulate Sithis.
Soothis. Oh my god, I've been saying it wrong.
Soothis.
That's good. I put a lot of thought into my characters.
Clearly. I would like to manipulate him into... I really want to say, like, letting me not be put in with prisoners and just wait for the Pharaoh, right? Like,
Let's avoid that.
I just want to talk to the Pharaoh, so can I convince him to, like, just let me wait for her, and he can have a guard or whatever, but don't tie me up, because that's just dehumanizing, and I haven't done anything wrong.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna try and just verbally convince Suthis of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll. First roll of this game.
Okay, that's a 6, plus I get to add my sharp, which I know it says charm, but part of my thing is I get to add sharp instead. And my sharp is 2, so that's a 7. Or 8, sorry.
8, all right. They'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show you mean it.
Could I help out from my store?
Just
Do
through
you just
the
have like
airwaves.
do you just have a sensation? Do you just feel like I'm in trouble?
Okay, Sutha says, look, and he kind of sighs and says, if you hand over all of your weapons, I'll let you wait in this room here until she returns.
Will I get them back? I guess it doesn't matter. I can just make more. Okay.
You're probably going to be hanged, so no, you won't get them back then. But
God.
Actually, if I do get hanged, can I go out by my own thing? Can I just end it myself?
that's a little unconventional. But what? Sure.
Okay, I hand over my weapons.
That's a weird negotiation. Okay. And he lets you in and says, I'm going to lock this door, and she'll be here soon, I hope. And he closes the door behind you, and you're in this plain room again with the kind of armchair that the Pharaoh Mayat was in last time you were here, which was...
Okay, well, since I'm here alone, is there anything else in here? Is there shit I could look through? What else is in the room besides the chair? Like, is there books or anything like that I can be looking through while I wait?
There are some books on the desk that she was kind of sitting at with her chair. Aside from that, though, it's a pretty much unfurnished room.
Okay, what kind of books? Are they novels? Are they records? Either way, I'm interested.
It's a mix. There's some light fiction on there, and then also some financial records for the city.
Okay, I'll read the novel.
Okay. All right. And Jabari, what were you doing? You were getting your weapons. Anything else?
Yes. I want to go. So I step into my place. And I go over like behind my counter. I made sure to close the door. And I think, I've made it clear that the shop isn't going to open today, or at least not in my normal opening time. And I am going to go behind the counter, and I'm going to grab my spear, and I'm going to start sharpening it.
Okay.
And I'm steeling myself. I'm getting myself ready. My hands are shaking as I'm sharpening, which maybe I like cut myself like slightly, and I'm like, shit, like I need to focus, like get myself through this. And I finish sharpening the spear, and I go and I grab Spool, my camel, and I want to ride, and I am riding to the Nile, the river.
Okay.
And I'm riding to the location where it happened in my past.
Okay.
And it happened, it was just a normal night. We were walking near the Nile. And it was a pleasant walk. It was nice. We were having a great conversation. And the attack happened, and I lost that person forever near that river. And I want to go to where that was to pay some respect.
How far was it from Hekhat?
It wasn't too far. I would say maybe it's like Just a bit past the border.
Is this the first time you've gone back since then?
Yes.
Okay, so you ride towards the border, and it's kind of a quiet ride outside the hustle and bustle of the city. And the closer you get, the more vivid these memories return.
Yeah.
I imagine you haven't stopped thinking about them, really, but...
I have not. And when the memories return, I can't really handle it, but I have to. I have to go back to where it happened. And I steel my resolve, and I continue.
You,
I start crying also.
Yeah, you make it close to where it happened, and you can see the spot where you got yourself out of the water, and the feeling that you've had every time something dangerous has happened since then, the exact feeling that's caused the shakiness in your hands, it's back, and it's strong. It's really hard to continue forward, but you keep walking. But then it gets to be too much, and in this midday sun, the shadows around you from the trees and the brush, they get so dark, and the ground around them gets so bright, and the contrast hurts your eyes, and you're still crying at this point. And then the darkness from the shadows just begins to spread in your vision, and you continue walking, but it's the shadows are just overwhelming. Everything you see in the world around you just begins to spin a little bit, and you pass out. And then we go to Sekmak.
Holy shit.
Talk just left your store. It's really hard to change moods. Okay.
Yeah. All right. We're jazzy now. We're good.
I wasn't
We're
even
having a good
breathing
time.
during that statement. Holy crap.
So as soon as Talk leaves, she's gonna wait a second, chat with her storefront lady person, and then immediately go to the nearest outpost of the agency.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
On your way out, the candle guy asks you if you want any candles. Sekmak! Sekmak!
Yes?
Do you want any candles today?
Does he have a name,
Wait,
most
Dominic,
importantly?
what was his name? You came up with one, right? Oh, you didn't.
I didn't. We'll call him Walter.
It's Walter.
It's Walter?
Yeah.
Okay. Not today, Walter. Got
Are
him
you
2 weeks
sure?
ago. I'm sure.
Sekmak!
I'm sure.
Okay. When are you going to get me that indigo? It's highly requested.
My stall's right next to you. I'll see you later. Gotta go. See you later.
okay.
Bye. Nice talking to you.
Love you too. All right. Where is the agency?
It's just kind of like a nondescript building. Just a building somewhere close to the bazaar, like a street away, maybe. So she goes in. It's like, hi. Yeah, can I I don't know. It's very bureaucratic. Is one of my tags I have for it. So I imagine she signs in, and it's like the DMV. She signs in and then has to sit until her name's called, and
Okay, yeah.
So that happens. And then eventually her name's called, and she goes to the one guy who she kind of reports to. And it's just hey, I think I found the guy you wanted me to find. And then gives him all the information she has.
Okay. What's he sound like?
Kind of dull.
Okay. Is this does he seem dangerous?
Oh God, no. God's no.
Are you okay?
I mean, I don't know what he looks like. He's just kind of wearing as many layers and looking as much like a tourist as he can.
You don't know what he looks like?
I
Did I
mean,
hear that correctly?
I haven't seen his face.
Well, that's not great. That's not great on your part. You're supposed to be watching him.
I
and you
am
don't
watching him.
know-
I know that he will buy from literally. He bought a candle from Walter.
Sekmok, I feel like you're
Walter.
spending too much time on your story. I know. Walter, yeah. Kind of gestures towards the desk where there's a small candle from Walter on it. And says, "Look, Sekmok, I know you're passionate about your store, but you have a duty here, and you need to fulfill it.
I spoke to him. I asked him where he was from. He was very evasive. He just said he's a tourist everywhere.
So you're telling me he's evasive? You've never seen his face, but he's not a danger? How does that knowledge work?"
Because he doesn't stop talking, and he sounds like an idiot.
Holy.
Okay, I guess you do have pretty good intuition. I'll have
you.
to trust you, but just try and keep an eye on him. There's a lot of stuff happening here. I'm sure you've noticed. Just keep your head on a swivel.
As far as I can tell, he wasn't. What did you say? Keep my head on a what?
Swivel.
Oh, okay. As far as I can tell, he wasn't the one in charge of the murder from last night. He went and talked to the Pharaoh. As far as I know, the Pharaoh's still alive.
That's okay. That's actually pretty interesting. Thank you.
Do you have anything else for me to do?
No, we'll contact you with an assignment. We're just trying to figure out what's going on here right now, and I think this might be helpful. So thank you, Sekmok. Thank you.
Yes. Am I good to go? Any last minute?
You're good to go. Thank you. Wait, you need to we're calling this closed, so you're gonna have to fill out the sign the parchment here, and
God, are you serious?
this happens every time. This is not a new procedure.
Okay. Give me
You
the
can't
paper.
complain
Give me
about
the
it every
quill.
time.
Give me the pad. Give it. Just let me. All right.
Okay.
Those
And he
goddamn
just slides
NDAs.
across. You know where to sign, right? You sign up here and on this line here.
Okay, I do so.
Okay. Thank you, Sekmok. Probably talk to you in a few days.
All right. See you then.
And my partner actually really wanted a candle from Walter. If you could get one for me, that'd be great. I mean, they're good candles.
They're all right candles. I've seen better.
Okay. Well, please get one for me, Sekmok. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
See you later.
All right. And Isarette, what are you doing in this room? Just reading the novel?
Yeah, I'm almost done with it. It was
Okay.
light reading.
Yeah, was it good?
It was okay. Like Walter's candles. Just okay.
The door opens and the Pharaoh Mayat walks in, and she kind of looks a little bit startled to see you at her desk with her novel in your hand.
Oh.
To be fair, it's the novel, not the financial records.
That's
So,
true, yeah.
I was just bored, man.
Well, this is unconventional. This is not how prisoners are normally stored. But Suthis
I'm
said
being
something
wrongly held. It was all a misunderstanding. Let me explain what happened.
Oh, yeah, why don't you do that? Because I have my top guard telling me that he witnessed you murder
No.
your apprentice.
No.
That's what he says.
Okay. I have to not be laughing at this.
Release your wiggles, child.
Okay. As you know, yesterday, my apprentice boy was horribly traumatized by finding this dead body that rolled in on him. So I went to his house to check up on him. And when I got there, I heard a struggle upstairs, so I hid. The struggle stopped, and the person left. And as I came out to go check and see what happened, Suthis walked in on me right as I had discovered this scene. It was all a misunderstanding. I would like to know just as much as you and just as much as Suthis what happened to the poor apprentice. Is that all you got for me?
I mean, you have to understand that my top guard, my right hand, told me he saw you kill someone.
He didn't see me kill anybody. He walked in on me, and I was standing over a dead body, but I didn't do it.
And she kind of squints at you, thinking, and says, Izzarette, is it, right?
Yes.
And you work in what shop?
Metal and More.
Metal and More, and that's where the boy was found?
No, the boy was found in his own house. He's my apprentice. I went to go check on him. That's where the body from last night was found.
Okay.
He was the one who discovered it. He was freaked out, so I went to go see how he was.
Izzarette, I know you don't know him very well, but has Suthis been acting weird around you at all?
He seemed a little too eager to have me come here without asking for any sort of explanation.
Okay, I think he's getting old. I'm not really sure what's happening. He's been a little bit off.
I just wanted to come here and talk to you directly because I knew it could be cleared up. I didn't give him a struggle when he brought me.
That's contrary to what he said.
I gave up my weapons. I came with him willingly.
Okay, and you had the dagger, right?
No.
That's not your dagger.
No, he picked it up off the floor. It was on the floor next to the body. It's not mine.
Izzarette, can you do something for me?
It depends on if I'm capable of doing it.
The people you were with this morning, can you get them?
What for?
I'm afraid that Suthis is, I think he might be responsible for this, but you cannot tell anyone except them.
Okay.
Can you do that for me?
Yes, but does this mean I'm not getting hanged?
It means I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and it seems like that's in your favor. I will say the alternative is to wait here and get hanged, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and I'll go get him. I just wanted to see where we were at.
Go out the back entrance, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. And do it quickly. And she kind of nervously starts gathering her books and pulling out some old records.
Oh, can I have my weapons back, though?
Suthis has them.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just go unarmed.
Yeah, I don't really know how to help you there. I'm sorry. Okay, and she lets you out into the hallway.
I guess I go the back way. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so I walk the opposite way.
You walk down the hall and down the back stairwell. There is also art here that you mentioned. There's history, and then there's some non-historical events depicted. I don't know if you're hanging out and looking at that, but it's here too, kind of filling up this back stairwell that leads out to the back door.
Does anything catch my eye on the way out? Is there something that stands out to me that might seem familiar?
You recognize many points in history, but in between them are seemingly made-up wars and battles and events and people.
Anything that happens to have a half lizard body?
I was trying to remember. I don't know if your character would know what that looks like, right?
I guess I wouldn't, but... No, I guess I wouldn't.
But you do notice that in the section of the wall that seems to depict more recent era, there is a lizard person. And you notice that this part of the painting is actually, the whole background is just black, nothing else.
Ooh, okay.
And as you're looking at it, a very small old woman kind of shuffles up to you and leans in a little bit too close, and she breathes really loudly, kind of almost down your neck, also just staring at the painting. And she says, "What do you think?"
I never seen anything like it before.
Thank you. I painted this myself.
Oh, do you do all of the paintings?
I did all of the paintings.
They're beautiful.
Thank you, I know. My name is Kia.
Shakia?
Excuse me. My name is My name is Shime.
Shime. Shime, I see a lot of these are events, like pieces of history, but I see a lot of them are myths. Why do you paint them both?
They're not myths, Izaret. They're real.
Okay. Well, it was nice to meet you. I have to go.
You and your friends should come by sometime. We could have a nice long chat. And her breath smells really bad, like shockingly bad.
I'll bring her a candle. Maybe make her house smell a little better. Okay.
Is she gonna eat the candle?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just thinking of candles.
Izaret?
Yeah?
That's sorry, that's what I do before all of my dates.
You light a candle?
No, I eat a candle for breath.
Izaret, my dear, be careful, okay?
I will. Thank you.
See you soon.
See you soon. And then I get the hell out of there.
Okay.
Actually, so where was I during all this?
You were still talking to Sekmok when he went out the back to his camel.
And I dipped out, basically.
You left Sekmok's shop to go back to Jabati's.
Yes.
Where I think you would probably notice that no one's in there.
Is it unlocked?
No. He said it was closed for the day.
Okay.
Are you doing some B&E?
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah. So what time of day is it?
This is now midday, so there are people in the shop. You can try and do it. I'm going to say that would be act under pressure to try and break in without being noticed.
No, actually, what I'm going to do, is there any entrance to this shop that is completely invisible from, like, the public eye, like through a back alley or something?
I would imagine there's other entrances. We can say you're scoping it out, and then we'll get to you as soon as we resolve his thing. And Sekmok, what are you doing? You just left the agency, right?
Yeah. I don't know, because they didn't really give me anything. But I guess I would just, like, go back to, or go to the scene where it happened and just try and, like, where the first murder happened and try and see, like, if there's anything interesting there.
Well, I think that'd be investigate a mystery, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll for that.
Okay. Ooh.
Nice.
10 plus sharp is 11.
11, nice, okay. So you hold 2.
Cool. What sort of creature is it? Because I figured, like, something weird's going on based on, like, her history, like, who she is. She can figure out there's something weird. It wasn't just a normal murder, and based on what she heard from Izaret.
Okay, yeah, you notice at the very base of the door, there are big claw, like almost claw marks, maybe like from almost like talon type digits. So some type of beast. You can definitely tell it's not a human that dumped a body there.
Okay.
I don't know how you would get more from the scene than that.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think as you're poking around this the scene, you're kind of looking down at all the footsteps. I mean, there's a lot of movement around this area, and you notice a very faint pattern in the sand outside this shop, And you can't totally tell, but it looks a lot like a giant tail.
All right. And then the next question, what can hurt it?
So your character spends a lot of time on the Nile, right? And traveling.
Yeah.
So I think you'd know a little bit about lizards.
Sure. Yeah.
If you don't feel like this adequately answers your question, let me know. But I think you would know that generally lizards are cold-blooded animals, and they're not really active or physically able at night or in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense as an answer? I don't really know how, like...
Yeah, I just don't know how else I would know. So I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Would it, like, with what kind of creature is it? Would it look like anything in specific that I've seen before? Or did I just see, like, claws and tail?
I think you would recognize it as vaguely lizard-shaped, based on what you know about them. I don't think lizards have claws, but maybe in this world they do.
Well, don't like Komodo dragons have like...
Yeah, really,
yeah, they
really
do.
big ones.
And also, don't forget that here they also have humps because they're all related to camels.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think you would recognize it as a giant lizard. And Sekmok, have you dealt with a giant lizard before?
Ooh.
It'd be really convenient if you had.
I think...
That'd be so nice.
Or similar, maybe giant animals that...
If you dealt with a smaller lizard, about this big, that'd be cool too.
I think maybe I heard tales of, like, my father and my grandmother and, like, going back. You know, the stories get passed down.
They were lizard people?
No, they weren't lizard people.
Okay, I think you
They
would...
haunted lizards.
I think you would know then that this certain class of shapeshifters are far more vulnerable in human form, and they do have a human form, generally.
Ooh.
There you go. Is that a satisfying answer?
Yeah. Yeah.